I'm Sydney Stone. I'm the editor of Vintage Fashion Magazine, and this is Vintage New York. Ritual Vintage is located at 377 Broome Street between Mott and Mulberry. It's been here since 2006 and specializes in funky pieces from the 1970s, which is exactly what I ended up purchasing. But you'll have to wait till later in the video to see what it was and how I styled it. For now, since we're right here at Mulberry Street, let's go check out the San Gennaro Festival. The festival takes place every September and spans 11 blocks of the Little Italy neighborhood in Lower Manhattan. It began in 1926 as a one-day block party to honor this dude, Saint Gennaro, the patron saint and protector of Naples, Italy. I discovered it when I first moved to Manhattan back in 2000 and got served with jury duty. I walked out of the courthouse. A street vendor offered me a frozen pina colada at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I mean, literally, the courthouse is right here, and the festival was here. Now, the festival does get crowded, especially on the weekend, so my friend Jeanette and I retreated into one of my favorite Italian restaurants, Il Cortile. It's located at 125 Mulberry Street between Hester and Canal, and the garden atrium is one of the most beautiful dining spots in the city. If you go, be sure and head downstairs to see the vintage cigarette machine. It's non-working, of course. Now back to Ritual Vintage. I ended up buying this incredible sweater vest from the early 1970s. It's from Carnaby, which I believe was a London-based brand, but I couldn't find a lot of information about them online. I started with a turtleneck and tulle skirt from Amazon. Then I added a funky pair of Miu Miu studded platform heels, and I finished the look with a retro turntable purse from Aldo. And that's it for this episode of Vintage New York. Stay tuned for the next episode where I'll visit the niche vintage shop on the Upper West Side and I'll give you a tour of the Real Clothes, Real Lives exhibit at the New York Historical Society. Make sure you hit the subscribe button below to be notified when the next episode drops and visit vintagefashionmagazine.com for more vintage content.